Hello and welcome to round 4 of the Porsche Cup on the iRacing service. This time going from Windy City, Chicago, a pretend circuit but scanned from real track because they want to run NASCAR there eventually, so this was a test. And of course we're in the 992 Porsche Cup car. Sit back and enjoy. Right, I thought I'd run through the first lap here. We'll do in-car first. It was a fairly eventful first lap, as always is in the Porsche Cup races. I qualified sort of P10, I think it was, so sort of middle of the pack, but it was a small split. First corner here is a 90-degree left, second gear. Trying to keep wide-ish, give the guy on the inside a bit of space, because it's always been carnage. We made it through there okay, bit of a miracle. They do happen. And into turn 2, 90 right. I outbraked myself a little bit there and locked up the inside front, but didn't catch the guy on the outside, so we're all good there. And now we run up towards turn 4, which is a fast right-hander, flat out, followed by a slightly slower right-hander, third gear. Bit on the brakes there, and there's a couple of deaths already. Go upside down on his roof. So we've moved up a few positions already here, which is going well. And then we're running down, I've lost count of what turn we're on now. But we're down to the fastest part of the circuit, again heading down towards the 90 left this time, so tricky corner. This one I always cock it up quite often, and in this case you can see people in front cocked it up quite badly. A few more deaths, and I caught the guy in front just on the rear bumper. A bit of a pain, got a tiny bit of damage but nothing too bad, and the person got past us, but we've made up some good places on this first lap, and we're coming through now into the final section. There's kind of this long left-hander with the longest corner on the circuit. Before we go into a sort of 45 right and then a 90 right, which then takes us on towards a short straight and then heading up back towards the start finish line. So here we are coming towards the end of lap 1, and yeah, we made up a few places, which is pretty cool. Do the 90 right onto the start finish straight, and oh, what a surprise, we've got some more death in front, a couple of spinners, and there we go, that's lap 1 done. We'll have a look from the outside as well. Because it's first lap's always fairly interesting, it's worth watching. So you can see here, start pretty normal. Everyone got away pretty cleanly actually, not too bad. And again, so you come up to that first 90 left, gave the guy on the inside a good bit of space. I've had a bit of been working with trying to improve my spatial awareness. It's quite difficult on a single monitor. So yeah, left my brake a bit late there, but luckily the guy on the outside didn't catch him. And as we head up here, still giving him plenty of space, because I knew he's possibly thinking maybe he might have a bit on the inside, and then he backed off for the slightly sharper right here and gave me space, so that's good. And then we've got the two guys who died there. So yep, so now we're onto this faster section of the circuit, coming down here. It's this is a 90 left, and it's really easy to brake too late and then just stuff it into the wall, which you'll see I do pretty well later on. But here, yeah, so just kind of trying to avoid the carnage and picking up a bit of damage on the front. But we are, at this point, P6, I think. First and second had scampered off into the distance. But we're running in 6th here. In a nice little pack. So it's worked out pretty well. Well, I think actually at this point we're P8. But by the time we get to the end of that, we're sort of, I think at the end of that we're P4, that's right, yeah, so we're P6 right now. And then the two deaths on the start-finish straight coming up shortly. We'll see here, they were that's resulted in when we ended up in P4. So there you go, that's the end of lap 1. Carnage all around really, but very successful for us as we're up into P4. Here I'm letting the guy who was very quick pass me for P5. I think I just wanted to let him go because he's quicker than me, and it seemed silly to battle as I was doing so well already. Awesome back marker here, who was really clear at letting me go through, so top marks to him. Further up ahead, P2 and 3 are about to have a coming together. This resulted in both of them taking severe damage. I was able to pass the guy who ended up in P3 here. You'll see me just coming up behind him shortly. And I'm pretty sure at some point P2, I think he got meatballed, and he had to retire, or at least get towed back to the pits and do some work. So at this point I'm at P3, and then very shortly I find myself in the crazy position of being in P2 in a top split of an iRacing race. Very bizarre situation for me. Here we are later on in the race, and P3 is catching me really fast, and I buckled under pressure here, late braking, and bosh, straight into the wall, as I mentioned that I did do earlier. Bit of a disaster really, but I managed not to lose the place, and the car wasn't too badly damaged, it was still driving okay. So now it was time to get the hammer down and try not to let them get past me and build a gap, because I knew I was quicker. I just needed to build that gap. So I worked hard on returning the gap, but oh no, I turned into that fast right-hand third gear. I was just too late on the brake, snatched the brake, and I had to take to the escape route and let them past. I think we're going to have a quick look at the onboard footage now, and you can see that I actually, as I realised that I've hit the brakes too late and I've locked up the inside front, I actually opened the steering up to take the escape road rather than hit the wall. Because I hit that wall before in practice, and it ends up in a nasty accident with you on your roof. So yeah, you can see me open the steering there. I think, right, escape road it is. You know, I'm probably going to lose the place, which turns out I do. I can see P2 in front of me, which is P3 behind me. But I know now I've got to work on catching up. So now's the time to put my foot down again. Coming towards the end of the race here. I can't remember how many laps to go. Probably 2 or 3. But I was like, well, I thought, if I can catch up, maybe I can get past. But, P3 would be amazing anyway. So getting the hammer down, really going for it. Coming up round, that was turn 1. And now we're coming up into turn 2. Again, this is lots of 90 lefts, 90 rights. Next up, we've got the fast right-hander, which is flat, followed by the third gear right-hander into a second gear right-hander. It's a great little bit of the track, I just love it. And as I come around here, we're given a gift. P2 had outbraked themselves, I think, and basically hit the wall. Done what I'd done the previous lap, but where I'd opened the steering and taken the escape lane, they'd hit the wall. And there we go, that's it. We win, well, I don't win, rather we come second. That feels like winning, I couldn't believe it, so chuffed. So yeah, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and do join me hopefully for next week. I can't remember what circuit is next week, but I'm hoping to try and do one of these each week. There's the results, you can pause here and have a better look. But yeah, I'm hoping to try and do one of these videos every week as I campaign my way through the Porsche Cup. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and well, like, comment and subscribe, I guess. Have a nice weekend. Cheers, bye.